Good evening, friends. Today in the evening at 5 o'clock, I gave an assignment in English grammar, particularly for classes 8 to 10, though it is, applicable for class 11 also. Let us discuss the answer of those questions first and then the explanation why. First, the reason. First, you may ask the reason why did I give such questions. Listen, the assignment is based on verb form, verb and tense. The very first question that strikes your mind, that why should we learn verb, that means time and tense. See, the entire spoken English and written English, the entire grammar, depends upon how correctly, how accurately one uses the verb in different forms. Say, for example, if we are speaking to a person, or even if we are writing anything, the very frequent use of simple present tense is there all the time. We often use simple present tense frequently while drafting a letter, or while speaking to someone, or while conveying any ideas. Even the teachers often use, I'm speaking now, out of 20 sentences, 18 sentences are in simple present. So then the question arises that what is simple present and why it is frequently used in day-to-day conversation. See, simple present states an action which takes place frequently or regularly in the present time or at an interval of time. Say, for example, we often go to our offices in the morning at 9 to 10, then the children attend their classes, particularly 10 and 12 classes. They attend their classes every day. The teacher explained to them online as well as offline. The students pay attention to their studies. They do not ignore their classes. The parents also help their children. All these sentences are in simple present. So we are using either V1 or V5. So when should we use V1 and where should we use V5? When the subject is third person singular. Now, first person I and of course we, and second person you and you, they never take singular. They always take plural form. Like we go, I teach, I do it every day. I explain it to all my children. We explain it to all our children. You explain it to your children. So wherever there is I, you, and we, and of course the plural of third person they, the verb will be plural. So in the third person, singular subject, singular verb, plural subject, plural verb. Now singular verb means V5. Like he goes to school every day. He attends his classes every day. He pays attention to his studies. He takes his bath every morning. He takes his breakfast at 9 o'clock every day. The teacher comes to teach in the class at 9:30. The assembly begins at 8:30. Like that. All the, often when we are in conversation with other, the conversation always is in simple present. We often ask question in simple present. When do you get up? We always say, when do you get up? The answer is, we get up early in the morning. What do you do then? We refresh ourselves. We brush our teeth, we take bath and get ready for our work. And then what do? We attend our classes, or we attend our school, or we attend our institution, we attend our offices, like that. So most of the question answers, most of the explanations, most of the elaborations take place in the present form. Say, for example, I have to speak on the present scenario in our country, where there is a lot of, lot of activities are going on. Then you may ask, sir, how will you use simple present? Look, ever since 2 days back, vaccination started. That is in past tense. Vaccination started 2 days back. All the health centers in our country, they have taken the vaccination on the preference basis, on the priority basis. Now people, those who are front barriers, particularly the doctors and the health workers, they are taking they are taking vaccination. That means vaccination is given to the front warriors, particularly the doctors and health workers. So the activities which go on nowadays consist of vaccination, and then the registration of the patients, particularly the workers who need to undergo vaccination. So they are getting registered. They visit the health center, they register their name, then they get vaccinated. Look at the sentence. They visit the people who want to have vaccination, they visit the health center, they get their names registered, and then they get vaccinated. All are in simple present. Now our assignment. The assignment was totally on simple present tense, either V1 or V5. Look at that. Mother always cooks food in the kitchen. The right answer is cooks. COOKS. V5. Because mother is third person singular, so a singular subject always takes a singular verb. A vegetarian is a person who never eats meat. Eats, because a person is a third person singular, so eats, who never eats meat. They, plural subject, they go to the hill station for a month every summer. They go, they is third person plural, plural subject plural verb, and plural of go is go itself. Go का plural go ही होता है. So they go to the hill station for a month every summer. An honest man always speaks the truth. An honest man, third person singular, always speaks the truth. My beloved often visits me in the evening. She rarely goes out for a walk. She rarely goes out for a walk. Goes out. GOES. She rarely goes out for a walk. Aditya washes his hands before every meal. Washes. Aditya is a third person. She is also third person. She rarely goes out for a walk. You sometimes come late. You sometimes, you is always second person, so it will always take V5. No, it is always taking plural verb. Aditya is third person singular, so Aditya washes his hands before every meal. You sometimes come late. There are some birds which migrate every year. There are some birds which migrate every year. My father takes tea, but my mother prefers coffee. Or my father prefers tea, but my mother takes coffee. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. We see with our eyes. We, first person, and therefore the verb will be plural. We see with our eyes. The earth revolves round the sun. The soul is immortal. B means is MR. So that is how we come to conclude the discussion. Then the one thing is very important, that we have to pay attention to the fact that singular subject, singular verb, plural subject, plural verb. So third person singular, he, she, it, they will always take a name, always take V5. Like he goes to school, she goes to school. Does she go to school? Does he attend his classes regularly? Does he get up early in the morning? Then in first person, always use in question do. Do I get up early in the morning? Do I attend my classes? Do I pay attention to my work? Do I keep myself cool while working? Do I really explain the things? Do I really become serious when I work? Do I really understand the urgency of teaching the student? Do I really do my honest work? Then do you really understand the things well? Do you really take attention on the part of your work? Do you really keep yourself cool? Then do we really understand the problem? Do we really analyze the problem? Do we really want to solve the problem? Do we really understand the problem? So these here, we, you, and of course we and they, these are plural, therefore the verb will be V1 instead of V5, because generally plural verbs takes the original form, that is V1 form. Like many children work, many children play in the garden, many children work while they come back from school. Many children prepare their lessons at home. Many children work seriously for their exam. Many children pay attention. Here it is plural. But when it will be singular, a child works, a child studies, a child pays attention on that. That is how we make a distinction of singular and plural. Singular subject, singular verb, plural subject, plural verb in third person. Thank you. Have a nice day ahead.